Good morning, everyone. This is Sunday morning. Sun is so bright. I always feel like it's going to be a good day if the sun's shining when I wake up in the morning. Of course, you know that you have your usual routine. First thing you got to do is get in the bathroom as quick as you can, especially if you're my age. You don't waste any time and you take care of the necessities then. Okay, the next thing is to head for the kitchen. Gotta have something to drink. Now, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I pour myself a glass of juice of some kind, or one of those cranberry grape juice things. I don't think any of them are juice. I think they just color them to make you think they're grape or pineapple, whatever you get. So anyway, I took care of that, and if I don't decide to eat a bite or two, I come straight to my computer, to my iPad, check out my messages and that sort of thing. So that's exactly what I did this morning. I came in and I thought, okay, now first thing I do, or let's say the last thing I do at night before I go to bed, is I take my hearing aids out. They look like this. Little things like this, see? You can see what they look like. If you've got one, you know what it looks like. Some of them are those little ones that you just stick in your ears, but mine's about ready to be changed to new hearing aids. So I'm going to lay that aside. Hope it doesn't whistle. Doesn't mean anything except to aggravate you if it whistles. So, okay, where do I want to start? This was not a planned video. This is an emergency video. It's a piece of advice for all of you, especially those who wear hearing aids. This is very important. I keep my hearing aids at night. I take them out and I put them in a little tray right in front of my iPad so I know where they are next morning. I can always tell somebody, check my iPad, that's where my hearing aids are, if I happen to need them in an emergency. So I sat down and I looked over. There was one hearing aid. This is the one that's got the, whatever the junk is inside that little thing that makes them both work. Now the other one I've got in my ear right now. It's the one that has the main sound that I need. It's the one that was not lying in front of my iPad. Now, if you want to see somebody panic, watch somebody that wears hearing aids and they can't find one of them. They panic. We're talking about a little $5,000 gadget that looked like this. Yes, I said $5,000. No question about it. Mine needs replacing. That's beside the point. That's when the heartbeat starts. Where is the hearing aid? Now, if you've got a fairly dark carpet, that little hearing aid can get lost. I mean lost. It can be right beside your toe, and you won't see it. You have to start feeling around for where's my hearing aid. Oh my gosh, I was in panic mode this morning. What am I going to do? I thought, well, I remembered exactly bringing them in here and I took the batteries out, and one of the batteries had died, so I took it so I wouldn't confuse it with the good ones, and I was going to throw it away. So I laid my hearing aid down, and with one battery, took care of that and went to bed. I sat down here this morning, set my glass of juice down, and reached over for my hearing aid because I was going to work on my iPad and check my messages. One hearing aid. Where is it? Now, I work at you might call it a coffee table, but it lifts up and it has a shelf underneath where you can put books and things. And I work on this with my iPad every day. It's stationary. That's where I work. Okay. I'm checking every little spot. I've got a stack of envelopes, and I've got a little bottle of pills over here that I take at night, and I've got my nail polish in one corner. Let's see. Box of Kleenex. I always have a box of Kleenex on hand. And just whatever else and I've got a big old pitcher here that I keep all my pencils and nail files, things like that, little scissors, things you can have at your fingertip. So if you need them, you've got them. You don't have to go look for them. So I looked all around and around. I looked down around my feet. I didn't have any shoes on, so I raked my feet across the floor. Don't want to step on them. So I just kind of slide my feet around. Nothing. Where could that hearing aid be? I do remember putting the two of them down. I thought I put them down. And I took the bad battery to the kitchen to throw it away. I'm sitting here looking on the floor, on the table. I get up, I look around me on the sofa. At one end I've got my Afghan and a couple of tablecloths. I move them, shake them to see if they're there. Check between the cushions. You know the routine when you lose something that tiny. And the more I look, the more nervous I get. What am I going to do? This is Sunday. You can't go to the audiologist on Sunday. I go to the bedroom. But I know definitely that I put both hearing aids on this table. There's no point in looking all over the house. It has to be here somewhere. But I do. I go to the bathroom. I check. I go to the kitchen. Sometimes I put a little plastic bag on the handle of my cabinet in case I've got a little throwaway Kleenex or paper towel or something that need to be thrown away. I don't have big garbage waste basket in the kitchen. I just use little grocery bags, and then I run down the hall and throw them in the trash whatever it is, the garbage room, I'll put it that way. I knew I did not take any garbage to the garbage room. That's the biggest relief. But I did have the little Kroger bag hanging on that doorknob, and I had 2 or 3 little things I'd thrown into it. So I emptied that bag, make sure I hadn't thrown it away. The only thing I can ever come up with is, what if I dropped it in the toilet and flushed it down the toilet? That's always the last resort, and that's the one that makes me panic. Now I know you're thinking, why is she telling us all this stuff? I'll tell you exactly why. This is my one piece of advice, if I have any at all to give. And it's for people who wear hearing aids. And if you don't wear a hearing aid, you probably will in the next few years. So, yeah, that's something you can look forward to, just like I did. I'm still in panic mode. And then it hits me. The last time I couldn't find my hearing aid, it had dropped on the floor, and it was back under the sofa about 4 or 5 inches where I couldn't see it, because I can't get down that far. I can't see under my couch. So I took, this is what I want you to pay attention to. It's this little gadget right here. And I've told you about it before, and I'm going to tell you about it again. I'm going to tell you how important this is to you. It could be your diamond ring that you dropped and you can't find it. You're not going to just stand around and hem-haw around if it's your diamond ring. Well, your hearing aid just as important or more important than that diamond ring. You've got to find it. I remember I had this little magnet. You see what it looked like? This is the magnet right here. You're looking at it. And that little thing there is stronger than you think it is. Now let me show you how it works. It's just about 6 inches long. I'm going to pull it out. Now you're looking at it. It's 2 feet long. Yeah, that's going to work. I'm going to push it back down so you can see me work with it. I'll get it down to about that length, see? Okay, I've stretched it out. Now, I have looked and I've gotten nervous enough to be sweaty. And I bend down, I sat down on the couch and I bend down and I pull this out and I reach under the couch between my legs and I run this along. I run it along like this on the floor. And then I pull it out. And when I pull it out, see this? It found my hearing aid for me. That's the biggest relief of the day. Thank you, Lord. So my advice to you is, next time you go shopping, or if you go on Amazon, I'm sure they've got them. I don't know what they call them, but it's an extension magnet is what it is. That way, you can get in places that you can't reach with your arm. Because most of you've got chairs, you've got tables, you've got cabinets, and they've all got a little space between the legs. Some of them don't really have legs, they just got little feet. But you can't get under there with your hand. But you can get in under there with this. You just run it along, back and forth. And if that item you have has any metal about it at all, it will catch it just like it caught my hearing aid. Now, that's my word of advice to you today. I'm settled down now. I feel better. And I don't know how that one hearing aid fell off the table, but it must have just followed my fingers, and you can't hear it. Well, you can't hear it anyway if you don't have your hearing aids in. And you won't hear it fall on the floor if you have carpet on the floor. That's the disadvantage to carpet compared to hardwood floors is usually if you drop it on the hardwood floor, you hear it. And you maybe even feel it. It might fall on your foot. But on carpet, you don't even know it fell. So get you an extension magnet. Keep it where you'll always find it. Mine is in my picture here. See this picture? See, it's got my clips. It's got my pens. It's got my nail files. And it's got my magnet that goes down in there. You can see the top of it right here. There. So that takes care of knowing where it is at all times. I guess that's all I'm going to tell you today, but that I just felt like I had to give you that little word of advice. Most of you already know about those magnet pens. So look what I brought out there. It's a little something you use for your fingernails, clean your fingernails. Pull it right up for me. You're going to be glad I told you this. You might even send me a thank you note for telling you this. I mean, that's okay, but you don't have to. Just send me a message and say, I'm going out and I'm buying an extension magnet today or tomorrow. You can wait another day. So, anyway, I hope you're having a good day. Looking around to see if there's anything I need to tell you. Well, I do need a Merry Maid to come. I wish I could afford the Merry Maids. I'd have them here every week because I'm the world's worst for getting things out, not putting them back. Now, you know what? I'm going to carry well, let me see if I can get it out. Yeah. I'm going to carry my iPad over to my dining room table. Hang on there. You get to look at the ceiling. Okay, get to look at me close up. But I want you to see my centerpiece that I've got. Hold on. I know this isn't the way you do things, but it is now. Let's see if I can get a picture. I can't get that. I want to show you. My centerpiece. If I can. There he is. That's my pheasant. I just bought him this week. Got him at a good price, so I thought, well, this is a perfect Thanksgiving centerpiece. So I put a lot of little leaves and acorns and things around it. It's not a very good shot, but yeah, that's what I wanted, the whole thing. I want the whole thing. On back we get, you don't know how I'm holding this. Well, you can see it well enough. That's the main thing I wanted to show you. So there's my chandelier. Okay, I'm going to go back around, and I'm going to close out. Now, I didn't put any makeup on that. I want you to know I'm straight out of the bed this morning, and this is how I look every morning without the glasses, though. So, anyhow, I've got my hand over the camera, I'm really good at things like this. So, take my advice, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.